Oh, you ready? Oh, yeah.
I thought you still said no. Nah, man, you good. What are you doing, G? Sure. Hey, man, welcome back to another episode of the Miseducation of Music. You are here with J-Treb as always, but today I got a special guest in the building, man. I got Carlito, man, the rapper, bro.
What's good?
What's up, man? How you been?
Man, I'm cool, and I've been feeling, man, things been working out good lately, man. Can't lie.
That's what's up, man. Hey, we're going to have to talk about that. Now, I do like to share my first exposure that I get to people, you know, when I first heard about you and things like that. When I was doing, I think it was the second season of the podcast, I got one of your tracks sent in for, like, the submission for an outro track, and it was Zoo. And that was the first track I heard by you, man. So I've been a fan since, man. I've been following since. It's really dope to see where you've gone from there. We're going to talk about Chosen. You had Fat Joe on the intro on that joint. You got to rap in front of 85 South, man. You got a whole bunch of stuff. I want to dive into this, man. I want to talk about it. But first off, man, how are you doing? Fresh back from Southwest. How's it going? How was the time there as a creative?
Man, it's been great so far back. I was missing home for sure. And down there, it was a dope experience. It was different. That was my first time being there. I never been there before. And it was a lot of opportunities out there, networking opportunities. I met a lot of big people in certain companies and in the music industry. And then I even did a little contest out there that went pretty decent.
That's really cool. I feel like that's definitely at the heart of like what that South by is supposed to be about. I definitely got to get down there at some point. I even want to go to like the education portions at the beginning where they do like talks about like tech and STEM and stuff. Like I want to go for the whole thing one time. I got to do it because it just seems so cool. I mean, like you could really go anywhere and just see somebody who you know could really like either help you out or just give some perspective, or even you know just seeing somebody is a salute. Like just meeting somebody is sometimes like enough to be like, oh, that was some inspiration. That was something you know add to the creative tank. So that's really dope, man. Now, when you were out there, you said you did some contests and stuff. Did you do any recording or anything? Any new ideas for tracks, writing some stuff while you were there?
Well, nah, I didn't do no recording, but I did definitely catch some inspiration. I actually, I just did this King Jesus challenge.
Oh, yeah, man, we're going to make sure to get that on the screen on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. And I actually, when I guess being so inspired from the trip and like thinking about things, I actually, my manager, while I was at the airport, he had sent me the challenge when I was at the airport about to go back to Chicago. And I started writing at the airport to it instantly, started feeling it. That's when I came up with the line, I'm from Chicago where I get that drip from my cross. And then I started jotting. Then I wrote some on a flight. My phone died half the flight, so I had to just remember what I wrote and just go off that without the beat. And I came up with some bars.
Like, man, I still got this creativity. I got to get this out. Like, man, I hope I remember all of this shit. You're asking for napkins and pens and shit.
Oh, real. Without the beat, it's a little different. I do that sometimes. But then about 2 hours after the flight, 2-3 hours after the fight, I finished it. So, yeah, I was definitely inspired, I'll say. Because I ain't going to lie, I ain't write for a good, decent amount of months until the event. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's so cool to just hear about these aspects. Because, I mean, as somebody who's always wanted to go to South by, like, I definitely, like, even want to know about those, like, after the trip moments where it's like, damn, I got to get some shit out, man. I just saw so much cool stuff. Yeah. Now, I do want to take a step back now. I want to dive into how you got into music, man. How'd you become a rapper? What made you think you could do all of this? Like, man, what were some of the early things? Like, how'd you get into this craft?
Well, my pops definitely a lot due to him because he gave me so much music knowledge growing up, playing every artist from everybody, Master P, Twista, East Coast Biggie, all of No Limit.
Okay, we had
Jay-Z,
every section.
everybody.
You know, I'm looking at the map on that, bro. You was all
everybody,
over the country
man,
with
for
the
real.
rap
Too Short, everybody. He played everybody for real.
Love some Too Short.
Yeah, even though my mom, like some of it be too explicit. My mom be like, hey, you know, she be like, you know, change that. My dad turned it right back up. For real.
That's what's up, man. I feel like that was like my whole music listening experience as a kid too, where it was like my mom was like, I would probably rather he not listen to that. Like, bro, I'm over here rapping every word to Twista, and it's like I think it's impressive, but I can see how my mom is looking at the same going, hey, maybe you shouldn't know every word to that Twista track. Like, Like, bro, I didn't know what the hell was going on in the track, but I knew the words. So that's some of the early inspiration. So how did that form into, you know, Carlito stepping up to a mic for the first time?
So I actually was singing at first. I even went to, I took it even kind of serious. I went to choirs and everything. My first time being in Texas, I actually went there, partly was visiting family, but the other part, half the part was me being in a big choir they had down there, a children's choir. We had to do at the end, the last day of the week, we had to sing this whole big thing in front of the audience and everything.
All the choirs, you got the little choir, the big choir.
Yeah, I ain't know none of the words too. I hope ain't no videos out there of me. I was just like,
you one of the kids where they're panning the camera and you just like looking down, mouthing words.
I took it serious, but I ain't have memorization back then. You feel me? But yeah, so yeah, I used to sing, and then when puberty started kicking in, my voice started getting deeper, and I couldn't really maintain my vocals no more. So I didn't know how to handle it. I ain't had no vocal coaches or nothing like that. I didn't have a lot of money.
Somebody to kind of guide you through how your voice was going to change, and you could still control it during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I never thought about something like that, man.
For sure. So yeah, besides that was part of the reason. But then a real part of the story, big part of the story, I heard when Chief Keef was coming out, everybody was going crazy over him and everything, and I heard one of his songs. I was like, that seems pretty easy. Like I thought, this thing like I could do that. I was like, I don't see too bad. Just the way the lyrics,
the drill cadence,
the rhymes, the words he was saying. So then I tried it, remixed it. Everybody in my class was tripping over it. Next thing you know, week by week, I started writing more raps in the back of the class and then performing them in front of my class and all that in like 8th grade.
That's what's up.
And then I found out I had a talent. It wasn't that far from singing, because when I used to sing, I never wrote down no lyrics, but I used to freestyle lyrics all the time, singing
with different melodies,
free
and things
singing.
like that.
Yeah. So I guess to transfer to rap, I still had that gift with songwriting and just music, period. And yeah, you know how I sound now, so.
That's what's up, man. Okay, so you started with this choir, ended up, going off the Chief Keef flow. How'd you then, kind of round that into your own sound? Like, finally, getting up there to like, let me make, all original,
Yeah, right after that like little remix I did of that song,
was it continuing to do remixes? Or
and nothing else was a remix no more.
Okay,
that's what's crazy.
So just one. That's like, it was like, okay, cool. I can tell what y'all like. Let me go ahead and put my own spin on it.
Yeah, most of it actually wasn't even the beats. It was just like not structured, bars all over the place. This free form, really, to be honest.
That's what's up. When was the first time you stepped up to a mic? What's the first recorded song?
First time I stepped up to a mic.
What was your rap name at the time?
Nah.
Because I know it wasn't Carlito. There's no way. Come on, man.
All right. So when I first stepped to a mic was to record was freshman year of high school. That's when I met my manager in the label, SXSW.
You giving me some history, bro.
So I
didn't even know that.
Around the school, a lot of people don't know this. So
man, y'all go back.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. And around the school, people heard I rap. They was like, hey, this one kid, like him and his family with his pops got a whole label, and like there's some people in there too that like do music and stuff like that. You should connect with him.
Bro,
so I was like, hell yeah. I was like, I got the talent. All I need is just the resources. You feel me? Yeah, and like somebody that I don't know the business side. So yeah, I talked to him. We ended up having a class together. Spit to him a few times. Then I like auditioned for him and his pops. Then a contract came about, and they liked me. We went to the studio, and I just randomly put one of the things I wrote to a beat he had made, because he did a lot. He made beats. He shot the videos. Man, for real. But what's the college? So so my first name, it changed literally like that first day, like when I got signed.
It was like it's time to
I thought about my name. It was stupid. C. Breezy. That's what it was going to be.
C. Breezy.
Yeah, with a dot in it.
Might have been a little confusion.
Right. So right before, like low-key before signing, like when I linked up with him, we like thought about it, and I thought about it, and I was like, yeah, I don't think that'll work, because I was like, Chris Brown even says "see breezy" sometimes.
Yeah,
you feel me?
It's like, man, I don't want to get caught up in that market.
Yeah, so I was like, you know what, my name cool enough, Carlito. That's cool. You know, I was like, and I stay true to myself. So
that's what's up, and that's a great reason for even doing that too, man. For keeping the name with it. Now, first time stepping up to the mic, was it nerve-wracking? Was the studio like? Nope. I mean, you did this at a younger age than most people coming to the studio.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
Because I mean, that's what I'm saying. You're doing this in high school time. Like, people do make it from that time, but and that's like a rarity, I'd say.
Yeah,
most people are home studio at that time.
I didn't even think about that.
You know, getting their first microphone, you know, USB.
It technically was a home studio, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, but I guess from the context you were spitting it in, it's kind of like you stepped up to the plate, though. You had to audition for somebody to actually justify getting into that studio time. Yeah. So how was that? Was that nerve-wracking? Was it something where you were like, oh, no, I was supposed to be here, like, whole time?
That's how it was. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was supposed to be here. I don't remember having any nerves before the audition, so I guess I think I took that approach with that as well. But recording, nope, I wasn't nervous either. Nope. Okay, no, I was ready to lay it down, man.
It was like, look, this is either gonna work or it's not.
I think it's because I was before signing, I was like, when I told you I rapped to the back of the class. When I got in high school, I started instantly rapping to random people too in high school, and rapping in circles and yeah, I used to have stage fright actually when I was when I was younger, singing sometimes. But as I got older, like right getting into high school and like 8th grade, like I could rap in front of anybody. And I heard
that shit just goes back. I mean, as you're saying, man, from all of these things you were doing at such a young age, I could see where it's like you were obviously ready for it. You know? Like, you kind of built yourself up to that point.
I've been wanting to make it since freshman year, since 8th grade. No, since 8th grade.
Since 13, you've been kicking it, man. Now, that's what's up, G. Now, that leads us to current time, bro. Like, I always see you with these singles. You always going crazy with them. I love to see how you all can build hype around things on the internet, too. I'm a huge fan of groups where everybody is, pushing everybody. Like, I love when I'm, like on Nate's page and he pushing all of the people and all the artists, hard. Like, I love that energy. I love to see that, community online. Yeah. Now, how did all of that like come about, I guess? Like, how did you get to, the stage of where you are now as an artist?
Man, a lot of patience and a lot of behind the scenes. Like, I was the type of person, I may have a lot of content, but I'm never like super eager to put it out if it's not ready. You feel me? If it's not packaged and everything, I don't want to put it out.
You're not just going to took a lot of patience. Give them whatever. It's like, we're going to be methodical. Yep. Now, is that from the beginning? Like, that's been the plan always, like, since y'all linked?
Yeah, we made so many songs, like, early years of high school that didn't come out until later, or some didn't come out around that time, didn't come out at all.
Yeah, because it's like, man, we're going to wait. We're going to see if these are hot. Now, that's what's up, because I noticed, when I go on your Apple Music, you got a lot of single drops and things like that, but no projects. So is there a project in the works? Is there something like that? What's the vibe there?
Yeah, basically, I have a project just finishing that's out already. Like, the songs I was dropping month to month, if you're familiar with the Lido 12 for 12, that's a project, a playlist, like a mixtape. And the last song of that was What It Takes. So
and that's the most recent drop.
And we dropped that like 6 months ago. So we finna wrap it up as a whole project soon and have a cover come out and like really release
that's
it.
Dope. What kind of led to that structured drop? That's not like the normal of what we see, Like we don't see people kind of, parcel that whole project to us, because I feel like that can almost make it more digestible. I want to put words in your mouth because I want to know why y'all did it, but it's kind of cool because it's like makes it more digestible for the fan base. You got to live with each song, so now when you get them all together, you kind of get the point. And
it's different, right?
That's what I'm saying. So, hey, I don't want to put words in your mouth. What was the thought process behind doing that? Because that takes a lot of planning.
Yeah, I think a lot of inspiration for that came from Lido Spit Saturdays. That's when I did a lot of remixes. Like I did a Big Shot remix. I did a New Freezer remix. Okay. And then dropped some other songs for that little little
like
EP
just to keep
project.
The pen going? Like, is that just rapping over?
Not to keep it going. Just when I start having like 5-6 songs together that wasn't dropped, we was thinking like what if we was thinking kind of like a Lido Spit Saturdays, because we drop it like in a certain pace, we can build up a fan base that way of keeping people anticipated and on board and doing different things while we dropping them.
They know what's gonna come. There's like people love consistency. They love coming back and going, every Saturday?
Yeah.
Like, I'll be back next week. Like, good, bad, indifferent, I'm gonna be back next Saturday because you got me.
Yup.
Like, so that's what's up, man.
For sure. And when we started dropping them, like the first 3 songs, we didn't even have all the 12 finished yet.
Okay, so you were creating as you were making too. So some of them might have been tracks you had for a second, but some of them were still
only like 2 of them.
I feel like that kind of gives you so much creative control over whatever the project ends up being once you get to the 12. Because it's like, we were sitting on that for 6 months and we dropped that as number 7, but number 9 we did that night.
One of them like Water. We literally like. We literally recorded Water like a couple days before it dropped.
Man.
If you ever heard that song.
Up. So you get to really play around with this. Hey, that's so dope. Dude. That's so cool. I think this is one of the coolest, drop methods I've heard of. To hear about that getting packaged in that way, kind of putting the cover on it and just wrapping it up once you get to where you feel you're finished. Mm-hmm. That's dope as hell. Now, this is a question I ask everybody who comes on the show, man. I gotta ask you this question because I get so many different answers. What do you do to keep up with your creativity, to foster it, kind of take care of it? As a creative, a lot of people, we hit slumps, things like that, or it's like, oh, I can't create today because, I've hit this wall. What do you do to, take care of your creativity in a moment where, it might hit the wall, or it's like, damn, I didn't made all of this shit, I don't got no more in me or anything like that? What's the recharge for you? What gets that up?
That's a real good question. A super good question. And for me, it's going to be a pretty complicated answer, too. Cause
hey, man, we like complicated answers, man.
I bet. So, in the past, when I had writer's block, it was the last one before. A recent one I had was probably like 6 years ago, like 6-7 years ago, a minute ago. And then how I moved past that, I start figuring out, after I got over it, I start figuring out that I had to stop tripping or overthinking. Like the music comes from me, the me and God, but the talent and the lyrics is me. Like I'll be overthinking it, thinking like, oh, what if can't do it, the next song good or this song. Mm-hmm. But I have to really just let it flow because I'm the source. That's what I have to remember. Like I'm the source. Okay. You feel me?
That's nice.
So that helped me a lot. But the pandemic, that's what my recent writer's block was. Man. The pandemic had
that one hit us all.
Struck something different. So it really started messing with my motivation with like with how I'm gonna make it now. You feel me? It really started dawning on me like dang, like bro, I only performed like now since Texas and Revolt like 4 or 5 times since the pandemic started. Damn. And before the pandemic started, this is just an example. In 2019,
all the time, bro.
In 2019, just in that part that wasn't the pandemic, I probably performed like 20 times.
Man, and see, that's what, bro,
like
that's
half
what
a year.
I was seeing y'all doing something all the time.
Yep.
And that's why I was like, the pandemic really did hit everybody.
I couldn't go to the studio too. I didn't go to the studio until
you go to
a
studio.
year after the pandemic started. I couldn't even record. Man. So like it really messed with my motivation. I'm like, dang, like I wrote a song and I'm like, dang, I can't even record it. Like I start on the next one, but like, dang, I can't even record my last song. I can't perform it. I can't perform it. Like, dang, all the people that made it already, they good. They really finna sit on their streams now. You feel me? Like that's all people gonna be doing. But I have to get up to that level where my streams is up there and people can. I don't have to do tours all the time for people to hear about me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, what got you out of that? How'd you help your creativity out of that pandemic mindset? I'll say.
So it's crazy. It's a story I just told you when with the inspiration I got from Texas and the thinking I did in Texas. I literally, really just recently got out of it.
Hey man, look, congratulations
Thanks,
for getting
man.
out of that, man.
Thanks, man.
So see, you had to get around that inspiration. You get around that inspiration, and I mean, you said it yourself. You're the source.
Right.
Getting back to that piece of it.
That helped me too.
Recharge yourself.
Yep.
It's gonna flow out.
Yep. And then another tip I'll put out there too is what also helped me besides the inspiration from the Austin trip and stuff going on. I also figured out that I think I was thinking too much about me getting more established and certified and stamped. Not thinking more about the music and the passion of music and how much fun I have doing that. So yeah, I started thinking about that, and then my manager sent me that King Jesus challenge, and then
it was like, man, I'm back in it now.
Yeah,
hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. Is there anything else you want to leave them with before we get out of here? What you got up next? You got any new tracks coming? I know we got the 12-pack with all the tracks on it. So we got to look forward to that. Anything else we dropping?
Man, I got some other stuff up my sleeve too. Y'all got to stay tuned. I got some stuff coming around the corner. Y'all stay up on that.
Hey, that's what's up, man. So every episode we use an outro track from the artist. What track you want to leave them with today, man?
Oh yeah, let's do What It Takes.
What It Takes, man. Hey, that's his new track. Go check that one out, man, and make sure you're peeping the podcast. All of Carlito's information is going to be in the description, so you all can go follow him and check out that new music video. I'll tag it on the screen somewhere. It's already on there if you can find it. But hey, man, thank you all for tuning into the Miseducation of Music. Thank you, Carlito, for coming on, man. We out.
Oh, pleasure.
Since the itinerary, been in any area, I ain't never scary. Hang with some times, I don't know no cherries. We've been around here before, we ain't got a tiptoe. You ain't Ross, me, bro.